Hello students, as I'm telling you sixth chapter of Footprints Without Feet, the making of a scientist. It is the fifth part of that chapter. In last video, I told you that how he got entry in county science fair, and he could not win. But later he tried real experiments and he won. In his second year in high school, his project was to research and led to his discovery of unknown insect hormone, and indirectly it also led to his new theory on the life of cells. Now the question he was trying to answer was simple, and the question was, what is the purpose of the 12 tiny gold spots on monarch pupa? Okay, he wanted to know the reason of tiny gold spots on monarch pupa. All the people were thinking these were just ornamental, because butterflies become very beautiful, different colors, different designs also they have on their body, on their wings. So everybody was thinking that the spots were just ornamental, for decoration, for the beauty, to enhance its beauty. But Ebright said that it is not so. Means he didn't believe that these spots were only for decoration. These are only ornamental. So to find the answer, Ebright and other excellent science student first had to build a device. Okay, he and one of another student, first of all they had to build a device that showed that the spots were producing hormone necessary for the butterfly full development. And this time his project won. Ebright got first place in the county fair and entry into the International Science and Engineering Fair. There he won third place for zoology, and he got a chance to work during the summer at the entomology laboratory of the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research. Means it was a very advanced academy, advanced institute of research. So it was a great opportunity for him to enhance his knowledge. As a high school junior, Richard Ebright continued his advanced experiment on monarch pupa, and this year his project won first place at the International Science Fair and gave him another chance to work in the Army laboratory during the summer. When he was in senior year, he went a step further. Means continuously he was progressing. He grew cells from monarch wing in a culture and showed that the cells would divide and develop into normal butterfly wing scale if they were fed the hormone from the gold spots. And he was successful. His project won first place for zoology at the international fair. He spent the summer after graduation doing further work at the army laboratory and at the laboratory of the US Department of Agriculture. Means the instruments there were very much sophisticated, very much advanced, and he could continue his research there, he could continue his experiment there in better way, and he was not losing this chance. Continuously he was utilizing his summer time for doing his experiments and research. The next summer, after his freshman year at Harvard University, Albright went back to the laboratory of the Department of Agriculture and did more work on the hormone from the gold spots using the laboratory's sophisticated instrument. As I have told you, this laboratory was too much advanced and the instruments were sophisticated, so he went back there to continue his research and experiment. He was able to identify the hormone's chemical structure. A year and a half later, during his junior year, Albright got the idea for his new theory about cell life. And this idea came to him while he was looking at X-ray photos of the chemical structure of a hormone. And when he saw those photos, Albright didn't shout Eureka or even have got it. Means he did not cry in happiness, but he believed that along with his finding about insect hormones, the photos gave him the answer of one of the biology's puzzles. Okay, he got the answer of one of the most difficult puzzle of biology, and that was how the cell can read the blueprint of DNA. And now the question rises, what is DNA? So, DNA is the substance in the nucleus of a cell that controls heredity. It determines the form and function of the cell. Thus, we can say that DNA is the blueprint of life. Means through DNA, many of the things we can know about the person, especially his parents or her parents. So, Albright was a brilliant child. Continuously, he was becoming great and great. His advanced experiment and research, and he was solving so many difficult puzzles, was making him great and great and great. Okay, for this video, in my next, I'll continue the chapter.